Hi guys, let me show you a technique called the temporal allocation technique, which is used to recognize revenue uh, in many businesses, including the rental business and the subscription as well. So basically, the mm, the setting is like this. So we have a user or a tenant like Alice rent the signed the contract, the long contract from 2003 and 2005, and each year they have the fixed amount of 1 to 3 million or thousand, whatever, just 1 to 3, right? So the next one is Bob. So the contract is from 2004 to 2007, and each year he will pay over 203 $34. Okay, so each year. Okay. This this is the typical case for subscription contract. For example, you subscribe a server or a Netflix package, or like you subscribe a Google Cloud, something like that, and then or you just rent a room. So in the in the rental contract, normally the long one will have the escalation rate, meaning that each year the price will be adjusted accordingly. But sometimes they lock down sometimes the agreement will lock down the long-term contract for the fixed amount. So it depends. Um, the question here is how to recognize the rental revenue or subscription revenue over the years. And then I will show you in this video how to develop or expand or allocate those contracts in in other years or the active years like this. Okay, so basically this one active from 2003 all the way to 2005, and then this active from 2004 all the way to 2007, and so on. This one, I think this one is the longest one. Oh, no, actually they are the same. But anyway, so you get the idea. So this amount will be allocated over the time period, the active period, and then if you sum this one down by years, you will have the annual revenue of the rental business or the streaming business. So if you are in Netflix, and then you will be the streaming business, and then you have the annual subscription, you can recognize the revenue. Okay, so that's how it works. I will show you how to recognized by age. So there is the first view is by active. So by active is very straightforward to recognize the revenue. But if you you present the data by age, so you can see, you can compare like for like the same tenants or the same group by age. So this one is cohort analysis or batch analysis, depending on whatever you want to look into. So the idea is like you cannot compare like for like the people or the group or the item if you don't look at their age. So for example, like the baby, you want to monitor the if your baby uh, is normal or not, or like grow normally or like behind the curve. It's just like you compare the same age with your other babies or your cousin's baby, and then age by age, then you know that he or she is normal or need to see doctor. So this is one way to present the data instead of using this. Okay, so this is the monthly active view for revenue recognition, but this one is more for like compare like for like the people by age. And then the last one would be the combination of both. So basically, I will combine all of them all together in the same view by age, which is block A here, and then by active active age or active time by year, and then block B in here. Okay, so we can start with the first. Let me copy this one here, and then later we can compare like for like, right? So we start with the empty one single. Actually, you can load this one from Excel, but I will type it in here using this text tool, which is the same thing. So you can add more things in here, or you can delete later. Okay. So the first thing I need to do before temporal allocation is to compute the length of stay or the duration or the lifetime of each contract. So I just minus from the end to the start, and then I can just have the length of stay or the duration. Okay, so I will put the variable here length, which is the end a year minus the start year. If you have the full, you want to compute in month or you compute in days, then you can use the datetime diff function, and then you can subtract the two dates, and then you can get years, month, or whatever. Okay, this one is the integer number, so I just minus the end and the start, and then we have the numbers, which is also easier for you to follow. Okay. I change this one to double precision number because later I need to add and subtract the numbers. So after this, I will have the thing here called I need to show you the after. So this one is the 2 years length, not including the start year, which is 3 years in total, by the way. But I don't need to care about that because later the allocation will start with zero, so I'm okay. And the age also start with zero, so I'm okay. I just put it two for now. Okay, this one 3 year, uh, and that's all. So that's the all that I want for now. I use this generate rows here for the uh, temporal allocation purpose over the length or the lifetime here. So I change this one into length, and then I start with 0 instead of 1. So after this, and then each contract will be multiplied over the active age. So you can see here, at least active in 2003 until 2005, which is 2 years. So 3, 4, and 5. If I want to convert this one into the active year, I can just use the formula here to add another term called the age to active, and then it just the start plus the row count here, and then I change this one again into the double precision numbers. So after this, you can see here actually we have this one which is the active, and this one is the age. So I change this into the age in order for you to read. It doesn't affect anything else, but it just like for the reading purposes. Okay, so after this, you have the age, and then this one. Maybe the length is not important anymore, so I just get rid of this one by uncheck the length in here, and then my view will be a little bit cleaner like this. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to recognize the revenue by the active year like this, then you can just use the cross table in here. Okay, so you on one hand you have all the contract details. On the other hand, you have the active year, and then you recognize this amount by summing the amount altogether, and then eventually you end up with this thing. Okay, so now you can see here actually there's a little bit problem with the orders. So I just put the sorting tool here, and then I sort by the contract, which is in this case the tenant name. And then I just add one more browse to after this and then run it. So after this, you can see the revenue is recognized by people, and then this computing model is very scalable with new contracts. So, for example, if I want to add ABCD EFG Gary uh, Grace from 2001 until 2014. No, this one is too long. Okay, 2010. 10 years, right? 9 years. And then each year pay 5. Okay, and then run it. So it will give uh, me the grace from all the way from here to here. So you can compare. This is the previous one, and then this is the after, and then this one is longer because you have more years. So it doesn't the table will be extended automatically due to the allocation tool, which is this one. You don't have to add more column. Like in Excel, you actually have to select the column and rows and control C control plus in order to add more column and row. But in Outreach and Power BI, you don't have to do that because the by nature the computing template is elastic. So you add more row. When you add more data, it will add more rows and column for you. Okay, so the next one would be from here to here, which is like I want to display by age in order to compare like for like the guys or the contracts. So by doing that, I just copy the one down here, and then I just connect this one to the original, and then I need to change this one to age. Instead of instead of using active, I use the age, and then I run the workflow again. So it will give me this view, which is the annual revenue view, and then this view, which is the age to compare like for like the contracts. Okay, and then you can see which one is longest already in here. This one is very easy to find the to see the lifetime of the contract. This one is a little bit difficult because it just start in the middle. This one is actually the Gantt chart. So if you draw this table, if you in Excel you copy this one in Excel and then you select the cell and then you change the color. This one become the Gantt chart. Okay, so allocation, temporal allocation is just another way to draw the Gantt chart in Excel if you want to. The last one I want to show you is just to combine the two views in the same page, and then I would do the same thing by copying in here, uh, and then I will because this one has the active and this one has the edge, but this one is like combination of both. So I don't have the axis or the time scale yet, so I have to make the new one. So I will um, add another column here called the top, which is I will use this as a top view later. Okay, so and then I will A, which is the um, H. Okay. So in Outreach you cannot plus or minus the string and then the number together. You have to convert this one to string, and then you can plus the two strings together. In Excel, actually, you just use the this symbol to add the number and then take, but in Outreach you cannot do that. And then the second one would be I want to do the same thing with the part B, which is the same thing, which is a top, but then I want to do it with the part B, which is active here. So I change this one to B, and then I change this one to active. Okay, so now if you have two things, this one, this guy is with the active. Okay, let me run that thing and then show you. This one is the one with the A, all the way A here, and then this one with all the B here, and then I want to combine them all together in the same view. So in the previous video, I have shown you how to do that, which is the union tool, and then you just use the union to join them, to merge all the rows together in the same place, and then as a result, you will have double. In this case, you have double. Okay, so let me show you why double. This one I have 37 rows in A, in A, and then this one I have another 37 rows as well in B, and then when I combine them all together, it will be 74, which is double the 37, and then in total. Okay, so after I use the top as the so as of now I still use the edge, which doesn't give me the what I want, but if I change this one to top, it will give me what I want in here, which is the mixture of active, okay, so which is a mixture of A in here and then B in here. So if you want to, you can use a rename to rename those column. But for me, I think this one is very very clear to read, because I know this one is the part A and this one is the part B. And then in part A, I have 9 columns, and in part B, I have kind of like, okay, I cannot count this one, but I can count in here. So I have 4 columns. Sorry, 14 minus 4 is 10 columns. Okay, so I have 10 column in part B's and then 9 columns in part A. Okay, so hopefully after this, whenever you deal with subscriptions, the operational data or the rent roll data from rental business or the subscription business like Netflix and then Google Cloud, Amazon Cloud, then you know how to recognize the revenue from their rental contracts or the rent rolls.